So, hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Obviously, we've changed the channel name now, so we'll just explain why. Now, I decided to call it Let's Go for a Walk. Unbeknown to me, when you actually look through, it comes up with every other video about Let's Go for a Walk other than my channel. So, I thought, well, the easiest thing is to find out why that happens, because there is something in there to do with children's television or children's cartoon, and it just comes with endless amounts of that. Well, when you're a small channel trying to get discovered, that's not really what you want to be. So I decided I'll just actually call it Walking with Mick. And now when you go for a search through there, it comes up with Walking with Mick pretty quickly. So I actually put the at in the front and searched it, and I can't find another channel that says Walking with Mick. So that's the exact reason why I changed it. And it's at the right time, really, because if this channel did actually grow, it's not so easy to change the channel name later on. So there's 54 subscribers, I think. Thank you very much to everybody that's subscribed. What a lovely, lovely thing. Actually getting a few watch time hours on there as well. People are starting to watch the video, especially the one about Mablethorpe. Well, good news. Over the next few weeks, there's a few bits going to be coming up, and I've made a few. Well, I've got Santa was quite kind, photography-wise, so we're going to go through them in a minute. I'll put the camera down and show you in what way Santa was kind. Now, the good thing is when you've been married a lot of years, your wife obviously can't think of what to buy you as a surprise. So she asks you for your input. And the wonders of Amazon and a quick link sent through, you actually get exactly what you want instead of going out and wasting a fortune on something you didn't actually want. So that's what I did. So there's a couple of things that she bought, and then I put some money together. Obviously, I've got some older parents who've really gone off going shopping completely. So they say, oh, we'll give you a bit of money. And then I drive a cab for a living. So there was quite a few people who were quite kind. So I put that to one side as well, rather than just putting it in with everything else. And I've actually managed to save up and bought a drone. So the one I bought was the Potensic. I'd looked at quite a few. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go down and just take a quick look at what my darling wife bought me for Christmas. And we'll unbox this drone while we're here. As I say, I haven't had time to do a video for today. So this is the video for today. I didn't have a chance to go for a walk. I've been really, really busy. I drive a cab for a living. So I never actually got for a walk. And there's no way we can do anything today because it's really foggy here today. And I say I need to be at work again. That's the thing about being self-employed. But over the next few weeks, we've got quite a few things planned. And so we should get you some decent content up on the channel. So again, thank you very everybody that's subscribed. That's really kind of you. Just can't say anything else really. And hopefully this channel over the next however many years will grow and grow. Just starting from, getting a bit fitter and going for a walk. So I'll put the camera down and show you my Christmas presents. So what did we get? Obviously I use the Osmo Pocket, which is here. That's it in its standard form, actually in the carrying crate to keep it safe. I got the Creators Edition, so it comes with this hard shell that stops it getting banged about. Obviously, if you were just to use it in that form, that's the single battery on there. I'm not sure what MAR it is. But when you get the Creators Kit, you actually get a spare battery. So I thought, well, that gives you 62% extra. So what I did, I actually asked my wife if she would mind buying me a further extended battery. They wonder what's around there. Now this is the cage or the crate from a company called Tilter. I watched it on a video. This guy was saying it's a fairly good thing to have if you're going to start doing outside shots, because you've got all these different areas there that you can screw this onto different size threads. So if you were doing something, if you were walking away from a camera, you can screw it on there. Obviously, it gives protection as well. If you've got shovel-like hands, it gives you that extra bit of grip. But if you're using it out in the thing, there's various different tripods you can buy, sort of bendy tripods. It did list quite a few of them in there, but I haven't gone into that far yet. Obviously, I've only had this camera about 3 or 4 weeks. So I don't want to end up with all the gear and no idea. So that's what I asked for, because it looked like a really good thing to have. I say, but at the very least, it's a really good handle, protects the battery, and then the idea being, obviously, everything just plugs together just normal. Clicks on both sides. So you've got that extended wider battery. And I say the idea of this actually is not to make a very good handle, but to fasten it on in different ways. So you could fasten it on that way. And then there's different things that fasten onto the bottom of it, which I don't have any of yet. So I say we're just on the first month of using the camera. We don't want to triple the price of the camera by getting all the accessories for it just yet. So moving on now for what else I bought. I actually got myself a drone. Now, after looking at many, many reviews, it's very difficult when you start looking at reviews when it's the first sort of thing you've looked at, the first drone that you've looked at. I did actually find quite a few drones coming in at a reasonable price with big discounts on there. But then the good thing about Amazon, if you look into the reviews, it actually tells you whether the person bought it or was sent it out for review. And some of the ones with the best reviews, when you looked at the side of them, they'd actually been sent out as a gift to gain a review. Rightly or wrongly, I mean, I don't know the people that were reviewing them, so you never know, do you? You never know if it was just like, oh, we'll send you one of these out. Can you put something nice? You don't know when you're spending quite a lot of money. So I looked at the DJI drone. DJI stuff, obviously the camera's very good, but they're also quite expensive. And then I looked at this Potensic brand and then some sort of genuine reviewers that had been reviewing them and showing you how they work and stuff like that. Well, the actual, I think the mini one has got 30 minutes of flying time. And with this one, it comes with 3 different batteries that all plug into a charger. So technically, you've got 96 minutes, I think. Well, I'd imagine it's going to take me a little while to get going with this. So I didn't want to limit it to 30 minutes crashing time each time. So I went on and I thought I'd get the one with the 3 batteries because things tend to get expensive as you try to add to them. So rightly or wrongly, we've got this one. I'm not planning on buying a new drone every week. I just want something, I thought, at the end of the walks. If it was a particularly interesting place and a safe place to use it, I'd be able to just do some aerial photography or some aerial videography and put it to music. I've got some copyright-free music that I subscribe to, Epidemic Sounds. So I'd be able to make that into something pretty nice, hopefully. I say, after I've practiced. So let's go on and have a look. As you can see, it's still in the cellophane. I've never owned a drone before. I don't know what it's going to look like when I open the box up. So let's have a look. So here we go. Let's have a look from the top. I'm a bit restricted with this actual downward camera because it's technically a book reader. It comes with charging instructions, obviously with a lot of stuff. Electrical is made in China. Although that's actually in China, German and all sorts of things. So now, one thing I did do, I looked on. I was actually watching an auditor. So it comes in this bag. The problem I've got is this upward or downward camera is technically a book reader. So it'd be difficult to get it all in, I would imagine. So I've adjusted it as well as I can. Look at this. Let's have a look. Now it's a 249 gram drone, so it's got all this stuff. So obviously it's perfectly legal to fly where it's legal to fly. Gets around a lot of the rules for bigger drones. So I was watching somebody, and he's actually an auditor. This isn't a plan to use this for audits and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Where you turn up at somebody's business and annoy them for an hour, get the police there and all that sort of business. I'm not interested in doing that. But what it did do was give you the information that I needed to find out about the licensing. So I went on. I'll put a link in the description where I went on to and passed the safety test. And then the license, the safety test's free and the license is $11.99. Without ever flying a drone, I actually managed to get 33 out of 40, and you have to get at least 30. Most of it's common sense, don't fly it next to a pylon. Some of it's about, if you see a car accident, don't fly over the top of there. Standing on private land and annoying people, that type of thing. So it'd be interesting to have a read through. You never know if I've actually read all the way through as you're supposed to do. I might have even got the full whack. But obviously most of it's common sense. So I was saying, don't fly next to electricity pylons. And let's have a look. So this is obviously the drone. As I said, 249 grams it weighs. And I made a special point of making sure I got that. That there is the lens cap to keep the camera protected. It's got a 4K camera with a 3-way gimbal. There's the belt that goes over the top. This is quite exciting times. As I say, I've never owned a drone before. Or a 4-way copter. Here's the other ones. Aha. That one comes out first. That one comes out second. A bit of a strange unboxing this, really, isn't it? As I say, I'm discovering it at the same time as you. And there she be. So I was thinking about going out with this today, but it's really, really foggy, so I think it'd be a bit pointless. It's got auto return on it as well, and beginner mode, so I thought that was probably a good thing to be. Just move that out of the way. That's just the charging plug for the battery charger. So we'll just move that out of the way. One thing I will say, if you're looking for a polished review, just Google the actual drone and go out and have a look at that on somebody else's. Oh, that's a belt that actually goes onto the bag. So, a shoulder strap so you can carry it around on your shoulder. This is the controller. As you see underneath, those they're the joysticks. This is for packaging. They're the joysticks that screw into the top of there. They're the aerials. And that's where your phone snaps in. And somewhere in this package, there is a connecting wire that goes onto the phone, comes out of there and plugs into there, which actually looks like a Type-C on that end, and I think a lightning connector on the other. Now, when I looked into the actual drone, some of the early reviews were saying that they didn't have an app for Android, or it didn't work well on Android. So you'd have to make your own mind up with that. I'm actually using an Apple iPhone 14 Pro Max, whether that makes any difference. But I think it's the iOS that makes a difference, what level it's at. You'd have to make sure that, because you buy an iPhone 7, it probably won't work, if you know what I'm saying. But so there's enough room to get a Pro Max in there. And then you have to download the Potensic app. Then there are many videos on there of how to set this up to make sure you're doing it properly. As I said, one of the first thing I'm going to do is put it in beginner mode and see how I get on with that. So there's the battery charger. Obviously, one of them's stuck in the drone itself as it's come. So, and then that's where you plug that thing in, just there. Is that USB? There you go. Oh, so you can use that also to charge. So that's the in, and then you've got 3 batteries. Then you can use it to charge other things. That's what the batteries look like. Usual do not throw in a bin, that type of thing. And they go in that way. And click in. Nice and clicky. It seems, I've never bought a drone before, so I don't know what they normally feel like, but it seems like it's made out of the right stuff. You know, it's not, it's fairly hardware in plastic. And there's the other battery. That's what it looks like inside there. So it's not a review because I've never used one before, and I've certainly never used this one before. Remove it before use. Take a look at the camera. It's a 3-axis gimbal. So you're able to move it up and down, move it sideways. I mean, feel free to take a look at somebody that actually just knows exactly what they're doing. One of these, they give, you know, if you were thinking of buying one, there's quite a few really good people on there that are getting some really good results. And that just goes on there for safe. When you're putting it in the thing, you're not going to damage the camera when you put it back in the bag when you're carrying it about. I think that looks smart. Just hope I can fly it, shall we say. So that's just a piece of polystyrene or a piece of foam that was in there with a big sign saying remove before use. Just show you what happens with this. That's it for the little that. When they're all together, they just want charging up. That weighs quite a lot on its own, so just try these out. I'm quite excited to have a go with it. We've got quite a few different things coming up in the next few weeks. So there's no actual walking video tonight because I haven't had time actually to go and film anything. But starting back on Tuesday again. On Wednesday there's one where I went through a forest. It's a full video. It's about an hour long. And hopefully on Monday we should start be able to get something done. The following week I've got quite a lot planned. I've got a little bit of time off. So there should be some interesting videos coming up from that one. Finally, I thought the threads had gone. There we are. So put the phone in there, and off you go. So I hope you enjoyed my unboxing video. I've never used a drone before in my life, so you know I could only show you what I've got at the minute. Hopefully we'll be able to come back at a later date and show you how I use it and stuff like that. I've really enjoyed it. I'm quite excited to get it up there. I've always been interested in this type of thing, this filmmaking. So I'm quite looking forward to actually including it. You see some quite good, well, some really good channels, and they have some really good quality stuff. Well, obviously they started off where I am at some point. I mean, you notice the walking videos, the first one I ever did, which I cut up into 4 pieces. I wasn't really used to the camera, and it kept turning round and showing you a video of my codes, and you saw more of me than what you saw of where I was walking to. So, you sort of learn these things as you get a little bit further on, and start, doing it a slightly different way. So hopefully we'll get we'll get trained up with that and with the drone. And then we've got some more battery power as well now, so I can go on for longer with the camera as well. So that was, those spare batteries give 62% extra charge time. So now we've got 124% plus the battery that's actually in the camera. So it should go on for a fairly long while. The other thing I seem to need to mention is that I found out why. I noticed if I try and edit in 4K on my editing software, the graphics card's not good enough. So it messes it up a little bit. So what we're going to do for a while, until the price of them come down, which apparently they are going to at some point, we're going to just do it in 1080p. I've watched other people recorded in 1080p, and it looks perfectly good for walking videos. So we'll try that for a while until I get saved up again and buy myself another graphics card for however many hundreds of pounds. Right, anyway, I'm waffling. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thanks if you have subscribed. Hopefully you're going to stay about and be as interested in this as what I am. And hopefully, we'll make something interesting. We'll catch you all soon. And a Happy New Year when it comes next week. And I hope you all had a good Christmas. Cheers. Thanks. Bye-bye.